Once Tortura stood there, Zed looked at his handiwork and was quite pleased. Now all that was left was to choose a ranger for Torture, although the decision had in fact been made as soon as Zed had first discovered Torture. It would be Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. She stirred emotions and feelings in Zed that he didn't quite understand. But what he did understand was that she was delicate and oh so sensitive. Zed was truly looking forward to subjecting petite and pretty Kimberly to Tortura's hideous skills. It would be a pretty marvelous revenge on those Power Rangers that he hates so much. It sure would. Chapter 2: The Pink Peril. It was late afternoon. Kimberly was in the Angel Grove juice bar and Jim practicing her gymnastics. She was dressed in a pink leotard because she's the Pink Ranger. I actually agree with this guy here. The writers were that clever. Which showed off her body, and quite a lovely body it was too, firm and lean from years of athletic endeavors. As she continued to work out, she was unaware of the horror that awaited her. Bum bum bum! Finishing her workout, she grabbed a towel and headed for the locker room to shower. She took off her Ranger Power Morpher. That's a mistake. It's the fucking... That's what gets all those other hentai girls fucked over, like the fucking Valkyries and the chick from Angel Blade. Never take off your Power Morpher, you dumb bores. And put down her bag, and almost at once the room was filled with... I read that as Muppets, so from here on, I'm going to be substituting the word Muppet for putty. Was filled with Muppets, hideous foot soldiers for the evil Lord Kermit. Before she had a chance to react, 5 of them lunged at her and grabbed her, holding her securely. She struggled mightily against them, but to no avail. Then there was a flash of light, and she was in the lair of Lord Kermit, and at the end of the room was Kermit himself. The Muppets held her firmly before the hideous Lord Kermit. "Ah, Miss Piggy," intoned the monster. "Now I have you, and this is truly the beginning of the end for the Muppet Show." Miss Piggy struggled against the Kermit, but they held her firmly. She was afraid, but since she was a Muppet Show character, she had learned to hide her fear. "You won't get away with this, Kermit," she said defiantly. "The others will be here soon, and you will pay." "I think not, Miss Piggy. I think not. And in any event, I've got something new planned for you." "Bring her to the chamber," ordered Kermit. The Muppets dragged Miss Piggy, down a dark and gloomy hall. "Where am I?" she wondered. "Where are they? Fuck you, Stegosaurus. Where are they taking me?" They finally arrived at a large door. The door creaked open and a voice intoned, "Bring her in." Miss Piggy was dragged inside, and what she saw there filled her with more terror than she had ever felt in her young life. Her knees went weak, a shudder went through her, and it took every ounce of self-control she had not to scream. The room was a torture chamber. It was completely spotless. The metal instruments glittered against the light. They almost looked sterile, but it was filled with the most horrible instruments of torture she had ever seen, and her terror was well planned. Tortura, being very well versed in the psychological modes of torture, as well as the physical, knew full well what the first sight of this room would do to Kimberly, and the sight of Tortura himself, checking the implements of pain, sent pure terror through her. Tortura walked to Kimberly and looked her over. "Remove her clothes," he ordered, and the Muppets quickly tore the clothes from Miss Piggy's body. They also removed her shoes and all her jewelry. We're getting to the good stuff. Her hair had been tied back, but they removed the band and it now hung freely. Kimberly was naked before she even had a chance to gasp, and she wished desperately that she could cover her nudity. She could feel the cold floor under her bare feet. Tortura motioned to a chain hanging from the ceiling. "Tie her here," he said, and the putties dragged Kimberly into the center of the room and tied her arms over her head to the chain from the ceiling. Kimberly was bound from the ceiling, which we just established in the previous sentence, and had to raise slightly on the balls of her bare feet in order to relieve the pressure that was building. on her arms. This has been episode 13 of Let's Play E.V.O. The Search for Eden. Thanks for watching. This is great, isn't it? We're having a great time.